Welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about how to actually sharpen your blade and make sure it really is sharp. So to begin, we're going to make sure we're using our 200 grit sides of our stones, and we're going to do that edge leading stroke down the full length of our blades. We're going to do about 10 full passes down the length of the blade. If you have a longer blade, you're just going to do it in sections, and one full length sharpened counts as a pass. And once I've hit about those 10 strokes, it doesn't have to be exact, I'm going to check how sharp this is. Now, I personally like to use the back of my fingernail, so I will just put it right on the blade and see if it catches a little bit. I'll try to pull sideways just a little bit. And you can feel pretty quickly how sharp that is. Another really good method is to use your marker. So you're going to put this marker at a bit of an angle, and you're just going to drop it down onto that blade and see if the blade bites into the marker. Now that's doing a pretty good job. However, there's a little bit of a flat spot, feels like right here, where my marker just wanted to slip a little bit. So in that case, I'm actually going to go work just on that little section of blade and draw a burr again. So again, I'm going to just do my scrubbing motion and just a little bit. Again, not pressing too hard, and I'm going to check for a burr there. Now it feels like I've got a pretty nice burr on that side. I need to do the same on the other. So again, I'm just going to scrub, focusing on that one slightly duller spot, and check for a burr on the other side. When it feels like I have gotten a good burr on both sides, I can resume my sharpening. Now, once I am satisfied that there are no more slightly duller spots along the length of my blade and it's all grabbing my marker nicely, I can go ahead and move up to my next higher grit, in this case my 600 grit. Again, I'm going to do probably in the realm 15, 20 passes down the length of the blade. But when I'm doing this, I'm paying attention to how smooth the stone feels as it slides across the blade. When you move up in a grit, it erases the slightly larger scratches from the previous larger grit stone. And so with each pass, you should feel a slight increase in the smoothness of that stone sliding across the metal. So when this sliding starts to feel really consistent, you know that you have fully erased all of the scratches from the previous stone and are then ready to move forward in your grit progression. Once you're satisfied that each of these strokes down the length of the blade feels really consistent with the one before it, that means that you're actually finished and ready to clean your blade off. So I'm going to unclamp my knife, grab it around the handle, and slowly lift up the vise lever on the dual cam vise. Now I have a lot of metal shavings and little bits of Sharpie and stuff on my actual blade right now. So what we like to do to clean this off is take rubbing alcohol, paper towel, spray a little bit of rubbing alcohol on it, and then wipe our blade carefully off. Now notice that I am not cutting into the paper towel with the edge, as this is very sharp right now, but I am pulling the paper towel away from the edge. This is important if you don't want to have a bad time later on, when you slice your finger open. Now that you have a razor sharp knife, go out and use it for a little while, and in the next video we'll talk about how to touch it up and keep it razor sharp.